So my date game plan is pretty much just like one or two drinks, and then pull, and like that's it, and then just pull back to the crib. That's it. Keep it chill. Keep it not expensive. It's nice and easy. You don't have to. Oh, I want to talk about one more thing actually. Frame. Yeah, it's cheap, and then you don't get into this like dating frame where you're. I'm sure you know about this. Like, it's basically just like I'm sure you know about a bad dating frame where you're going out to like expensive dinners and the girl's like holding out on having sex with you because you're like buying her shit, and then you just like end up never getting into anything. Yeah, go for it for sure. Yeah. Okay, so logistics for the date. You want to have it near your place. Um, don't meet in between because then you meet in between and you guys both go your separate ways. It's too like awkward if you guys both meet, take your cars to one place in between. How are you guys going to take both cars back to your place? It gets awkward. Have her come to you. If she doesn't come to you, don't do the date unless you go to her. If she comes to your area, that's number one. You go to her area, that's number two. Don't meet in the middle. That's pretty much it for logistics. Any questions on logistics? Okay, cool. Escalation, so just be touching her, like hold hands across the street if you can. Don't overdo it, but grab her wrists, check out tattoos, brush her hair, just start getting physical. Holding hands on like while walking is a good way to do it. Like my mom always told me to hold, a lady's hand across the street. Just be a nice gentleman about it. But just find ways to like get physical. You have to touch her in order to have sex with her, so you need to fucking escalate at some point. Escalation. Mm, yeah. Logistics also. I mean, this all kind of goes together, but one thing with the dates is like you want to pull when you feel like it can go down. Like when sex is like a possibility, that's when you want to pull. So don't pull like out of the blue randomly before you guys are like intimate or it even like escalates at all. What I typically do is just like escalate like topically in the conversation. So start talking about like crazier things, like sexual topics. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? What's your type? Why do you like me? Escalate the conversation to topics like that. And then if that's going well, escalate physically, make out. If that's going well, escalate back to your house and finish the job from there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so that's my like escalation. Just like escalate topically, start talking about sexual shit. Misinterpretation's a good way to do it. Like, I appreciate that you're trying to take me home, but I just met you. I like to take things slow. It's a good way to make the conversation sexual without being the one to just like throw it out there and look try hard. Does that make sense or no? So you can misinterpret things if she's talking about like I have a cool like over like I live in Bushwick. I'm like or I live in X city. You can be like I appreciate that you're trying to take me home, but like I only just met you. I think we should take it a little bit slower than that, at least for now. So you can make the conversation sexual and make it look like it's her fault, not your fault. ¿Comprendes? Oh, no. Comprendo. That's the most American fucking Spanish I've ever heard. Don't you speak fluent Spanish or no? Oh, you do? Oh yeah, you speak Mexican Spanish. That shit is fire. Bonita. Hmm. Alright. Yeah. Bonita. Okay, cool. Isolation. So get her in a place. On my last day, what helped a lot was isolating her, getting her into an area that's like secluded. Like we were in one bar, but like we were sitting at the bar seats and it was not very like intimate. So I was just like, you want to go over there? We go to the corner. there's like a booth. It's kind of like away from everyone, and we can have like a more intimate, isolated conversation. So do that. Flirting, push pulls, talk about her. You seem like trouble. You seem like bad news. Ask a boring question, get a boring answer, and then what does it say about her? What does her answer say about her? She likes baseball. She likes dogs. I don't know if I can hang out with you. You seem like you're crazy. You like dogs. Girls that are having sex on the first date, they are crazy, they're adventurous, they're spontaneous. So find out reasons why she is those things and then label her as those. Because if a girl's like all goody two shoes, like she studies a lot and she's a fucking nerd, then that's not very conducive to getting laid, you know? So like find out why she could be crazy. Oh, you have a tattoo? You're actually crazier than I thought. Like I thought you were like a nerd, with like your glasses and like your computer science degree, but like you have like a crazy side to you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So just label them as crazy, label them as spontaneous, adventurous, things that lead to sex. So she's fucking out of her mind crazy. It's fucking she's crazy as fuck. Yeah. But yeah, so frame her as being crazy. Teaser. Would you be like, oh my god, you have a tattoo? Like, I thought you were like sweet, innocent girl, but I don't know if I can trust you anymore. You're bad for me. You're crazy. You're the crazy type, aren't you? Okay, cool. But yeah, so just find reasons that would bring out the side of her that would want to like have sex, basically. You don't want to be like, I appreciate that you're like so smart and like you get good grades. Like you're probably not getting laid if you do that. Because then she's gonna be more of that and you don't want that, right? Yeah, like you're not getting laid if you do that. Okay, cool. So narrative, this is a good idea for just planting the idea that the girl's winning you over. Um, that's my typical narrative. So like at first, like at the start of the day, I'm usually just like I'm not so sure about you. And then as we're moving on towards the end of the day, I'm starting to like you. And then like near the end of the date, okay, I actually do like you. Let's go home. So that's like the narrative. So things you can throw in like, you know what, I'm actually not so sure about you. Wait, you're from there, I'm not so sure about you. And then like towards the end of the date, um, I thought you were just like some nerd dorky girl, but it turns out like you're actually pretty cool. You're kind of smart. I'm not sure if I trust you 100% yet, but I don't know. You're not so bad after all. So plant the idea that she's winning you over, and then you know what? You're actually not so bad to talk to. You're kind of fun to hang out with. I'm having a good time with you. Does that make sense or no? Okay, cool. So narrative is a good idea just to let her feel like she's winning you over, let her feel that she's working and that she's doing a good job and you like her. You're starting to like her, she's winning you over, and then she's gonna value you more. She's gonna see you as higher value. She's gonna go home with you. Cool. So narrative, and then just pull. So pull. Let's get out of here. You want to go? I have wine. Do you like wine? I have a cool idea. Let's go listen to some music. I have a cool like view. I'll go show you my view. Let's get out of here. You can come up. You can come up, but you have to. I don't. You have to promise not to steal anything. I have roommates. You have to be quiet. I have to get up early. I forgot to disqualify as well. So disqualify. I have to get up early. Throw shit out there. Like, you can come up, but just know like, nothing's gonna happen. I like to take it slow. I'm very shy. I have to get up early. You have to be quiet. Whatever. Throw some shit out there. Pull. Make it a win for her. Get her into the crib. Escalate. Finish the job. And that is how you do a date.